sleep disorders. Trauma can affect your quality of life. Trauma can cause you to have paranoia, trust issues. Trauma can affect even the ability of your muscles to relax, your cardiac muscles to relax, your abdominal muscles to, like your intestinal muscles, or not to relax. Trauma can affect the nervous system. Historically, research suggests that trauma affects even our immune system, the ability for your antibodies to fight infections. Trauma can affect your body's ability to fight infections and to heal. So long-term to trauma is not a good thing. You're not doing yourself a favor. Culturally, we are trained or conditioned. The amount of trauma you can deal with makes people see you as a strong person. I hate when people tell me, Mama, you are so strong. Jeez, I hate it. Okay, because the things I have experienced in life are not by choice. And I don't want to experience those things ever. I don't want my kids to ever experience those things. And I don't want my worst enemy to experience those things. So trauma is not anything that I would like you to experience. I don't know you. So if I don't want my worst enemy to experience trauma, how in the world would I allow you, or would I wish that on you? You understand? So the examples I've given, I am still waiting for your answers. I'm waiting for you to tell me the question I asked. Will you tell the driver, stop, 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 I took the wrong train? Or, oh, I'm late, I'm on the wrong train, stop me at your very next stop. When you get to any place, next stop, there's a stop sign or a bus stop. Stop, let me get off. Or you will wait till the bus gets to its destination. And when you are answering, consider thinking about trauma. Hello, 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 hello. Novetta, how are you? Think about it. We are discussing trauma. So if you're on YouTube, we are discussing how long-term exposure of trauma affects you. And I have listed so many things that it will affect. You understand? So if you will not answer, I will do a short video and post that. They explain that. But anyway, at least suggest something so that we can talk. Bad weather in Florida. Oops. I hope you're okay. We don't want any hurricane. We are in that. We don't want any hurricane. I want you to be safe. So safeguard yourself. Stay indoors if you have to do that. All right? Sorry to hear that. So those who are just joining, or what I'm asking is trauma. We are discussing trauma. You can ask any question you want. You are okay, thank God. You can ask any question you want. However, we are discussing trauma. What the question is that the video is on TikTok. I shared it on Facebook, or maybe not yet. Is you are going to a place, and by chance or whatever happened, you joined the wrong train. So as you joined the wrong train, the train took off. Then you realize, oops, I'm on the wrong train. Out of panic, stop, stop, driver, stop, stop, stop. I'm in the wrong train. Let me alight here. Or your second option, driver, I just realized I joined the wrong train. Can you let me down at the next stop, the very next stop? You meaning the very next bus stop? Or 3, you just say, oh, man, what do I do? Well, driver, I'm in the wrong train. Please wait. And when you get, but anyway, I will just light when you get to your destination, to the last stop. Which one the most safest? To be like, let me get down now. Drop me at the next stop, or you get to the final destination. So put into consideration trauma and how it affects you. Out of that, these 3 questions, which one is the safest? which one will be most costly in terms of trauma? Which of the three will be the safest thing to do? Which of you are in a marriage situation? You are being abused, you are being cheated on, you are being gaslighted. You know how gaslighting works, right? Gaslighting gets you to question your reality. Is it me? They make it sure that, and then they, especially they're using triangulation too. So now you are questioning yourself. Oh, so he spoke with my mom too, and my sister. Oh, so my sister said that. So you start bearing grudge with people. They use triangulation to cause you to start imagining that these people are also thinking the way he's thinking, or you are thinking. If it, depending on who is doing the abuse, if it's a woman or a man, you know. I am trying a picture so you can see, but I don't know how to do it. Sorry. You are trying a picture. Like how? You are trying a picture. And you want me to see it, but you don't know how you can do it. You want me to add you to the live? Do you want to show us the picture? I don't know. Anyway, so you are in marriage situation. You are being cheated on. You are being gaslighted. Your partner is using manipulation. He or she is using triangulation. Triangulation is, oh, even your mother don't think what you did was right. They are trying to gang up against you. Is maybe your mother didn't do that too. Your mother didn't say nothing like that, but he wants you to think that people are on his side or people are on her side, and you are the problem. Imagine staying in that situation for the very long, for 10 years. You're going to lose yourself in the process. You're going to start thinking you are the psychopathic one. You're going to start thinking that something is wrong with you and not them. You're going to start thinking that everything going on is your fault. Look at me. You know me. I like to be myself. My lip, dear, but my face, no makeup. My hair, you will rarely see me with those wigs unless I really, really need to be somewhere. I will just be myself. I remember when I was married, you go and do your hair and come and be like, this hair look like a old people's hair. So these braids, so this, there is nothing you do that is good enough. And you stay in that situation. Oh, another example. Maybe you bought a house. You are in the house. Then maybe you see all the signs, but you still stay there, right? And then you stayed for like you are now 50 years old, 55. Your most healthiest periods you used to work is gone. You invest in Ghana with him. By the time you realize he went and married another woman, he stayed in that Ghana and took the house in Ghana from you. From you. At 50, 60 years. Now before you are thinking of pension home, where to retire to and stuff. Duration of trauma. I'm not encouraging divorce. I'm talking in terms of general sense. Trauma don't have, look at Diddy and Justin Bieber. It is not necessarily your husband or your wife situation or intimate partner situation. It could be your mom, it could be your siblings, it could be your friends. How long are you allowing yourself to stay in a traumatic and dynamic or, situation? The longer you stay, the worse the situation. So you see the vehicle, you stay in it to the final destination. One, is going to be more costly to get back. You get to the final destination, you don't know if, like the last time I was going to a different state. I got to Texas on time, waited at the right gate, but eventually they changed the gate, put me where I'm going, our flight at a different gate. I end up losing my flight, missing it. And when they finally I got to the, my time to go on board, when they say, oops, you are not on this flight, I have to wait. The flight goes to that state one, this city once in a day, and it's at 7:55 p.m. every day. That means that I have to wait to book a hotel, stay to the next day, and not just even the next day in the morning. No, when I have to be in a corporate meeting by 8 a.m. The next day 7:55. You see, so when you get to your next destination, you don't even know what could happen. So duration, it will be more costly to get back. When you got to know that, oh, I've missed my flight. Stop, stop, stop. Safety. So you have to be thinking about the duration, how much trauma you entertain determines how much effect you are going to experience. The duration, how long you stay, because your father, your mother expect you to, we don't have divorce in our home, or we don't, you did this, the tolerance encouraging you and enabling you to continue receiving these traumatizing experiences. The longevity of, the duration or the extent to which you stay and endure it will determine how much effect it has on you. Another thing, when you realize I am in the wrong vehicle or wrong train, how do I proceed? Stop right now, because your flight buttons went up. Your fight or flight buttons went up. Your neurotransmitter, norepinephrine, alarmed, hysterical, panic. Stop. Oh, I found him in bed. I'm so hungry. He slapped me when I said it. I'm leaving this marriage. Master, you don't live like that. Now you disclose to him you're going to leave. He's a narcissist. And narcissists don't like to lose power. So guess what's going to happen? So all of you that you are here, none of you chooses to tap on your screen. Really? Tap on the screen. All right, tap on the screen and I'll continue to talk. You get it? Narcissists don't like to lose power. So even if leaving is the option for you, you are not going to make it known. First of all, you are making decision out of impulse. You don't know if you have put in plan, a sustainable plan for you to leave and stay gone, or you're going to leave out of impulse and realize, I make a hasty decision, let me get back because I can't even afford rent, I can't afford to feed my kids, I can't. So codependency, so I need to get back. Think about it. So based on these examples I gave you, which one is the most safest thing to do? Now you put your life in danger because now narcissists realize you're going to leave, he's going to lose power over you, or she's going to lose power over you. So now you are really, really recent. Whilst on Facebook, during my time on Facebook discussing Korean situation, I have had people following me lost family members. They hate to see their wives listening to me because I'm opening their eyes. I have had people lost their life. Yep. You'd never ever alert a narcissist that you want to leave them. It is not done. You have to make sure you have a safe plan. That plan is going to be sustainable. And then when you leave, you are leaving safely. You get it? Okay. So I think that these three decisions, these three examples, you can come up with your answer from there. But long-term psychological effects of, I want us to look at this as understanding the impact of trauma, right? Let's look at how how trauma affects you long term. um Trauma, the duration of trauma can affect mental health, okay? And multiple traumatic events can have cumulative effects on you, okay? Prolonged trauma or severe trauma can lead to mental health conditions like depression, anxiety, and PTSD. One thing I don't like about prolonged trauma is the fact that it affects your nervous system. Have you ever realized that because of constant issues you've experienced in life, you'll be there and you'll be like, you feel tense, your muscles don't feel relaxed. That's what trauma does to your nervous system. Your GI muscles too, your smooth muscles in your stomach, you see that they are not relaxed enough for peristalsis to take place. It, Trauma affects your system, your nervous system. It hurts you than anything else. It affects how much blood flows through your systems, your central nervous system to your um, pulmonary nervous system, because trauma is affecting how much your ventricles relax, feel, or how much they feel tensed. You get it? Trauma affects your body and a lot of your body systems and body functions. So I don't know what trauma you are going through. I don't know what trauma others are going through, but you have to help yourself to decrease the frequency, the extent, and the duration for which you experience trauma, or you expose yourself to trauma, or you allow yourself to experience trauma. At some point, you just let go. You don't have to be holding on, because if you are waiting for the people that hurt you to come and say, I'm sorry for hurting you, before you heal and move on, ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. It will never happen. So it's important for you to um, know that sometimes you just have to let go, but you have to also put in boundaries to make the people irrelevant, non-important, non-existent. You don't bear grudges against them, you don't hate them, but you are going to live a life that they are living their life, you are living your life, and you are not exposing yourself to them. You get it? Multiple traumas or multiple traumatic events can have cumulative detrimental effects on your mental health. You understand? You have a loss, you have your home burned down in fire, you have a husband abuse you or a wife abuse you, cheat on you, have a baby outside of the marriage, you have your mother done something, you have your siblings done something. It is cumulative, and the longevity of it affects you. You see different things. Now you become so super alert, you become hysterical, you become paranoid. When you are at work, you are expecting people to be, you expect that people are talking about you when they are not even thinking about you. These are some of the effects of trauma. Trauma can cause you to become paranoid. Trauma can cause you to become isolative because you don't want to be judged by people. Childhood traumas. Repeated childhood trauma exposes, or exposure, when your child is exposed to trauma constantly, right, can increase the risk of psychiatric illness and further trauma. You see a child that have nightmares, anxiety. You have a child, you're going through divorce, the child didn't cause it. Make the experience easy for the child, because if you don't, you go to the court every day, back and forth. it becomes a burden on a child's brain. They go to school. Thank you so much for those like, oh, Bennett. Thanks for the likes. The child goes to school now, stressed up, thinking about it. The children thinks when their parents go through divorce, it's their fault. Children thinks it's their fault because the way they process situation is different. So it's important that you understand that trauma experience affects us in many ways. When you think it's just affecting your mental health, you are lying. Research suggests that if you can look up this research, adverse childhood experiences. Adverse childhood experience is a research that was conducted by um, Kaiser Permanente and some other institutions came together to conduct that research. And it describes the adverse childhood experiences and how it affects. And it also suggests that when you a child or when you have been exposed to those things, those childhood traumas, it affects your immune system, it affects the ability for your, like, you have upset stomach, your gastric acid. When someone is in a hospital because of the stress, it causes the increase in secretion of the gastric fluids, gastric secretions, right? That is why most of the time someone is in the hospital, they may not be on like what's the name, Protonix or those omeprazole and stuff like that, those drugs that mask your abdominal wall before the secretion, so that it prevents it from getting ulcer, right? Mm-hmm. They give it to people when they are acutely in the hospital, they are sick, not because they are having GI issues prior to being admitted, but now they are going to be on these medications as prophylaxis to protect them from having any issues that the gastric acid can cause. So it's mainly used as prophylaxis. That's the same thing. So when you are going to trauma, acute trauma, you are going to stress, and all your muscles, your fine, smooth muscles, and your, general muscles, like all these muscles are tensed. You are not relaxed. Trauma affects you terribly. So if you can help yourself and decrease the exposure or the extent to which you get exposed to trauma, do it. Eliminate yourself from situations. Why? Because you cannot change people. You don't have control over what people do. You have control over what you do, your actions, and things that you can do to help yourself. Cumulative victimization. Cumulative victimization can worsen a person's sense of well-being and life satisfaction. Look at, and I keep referring to Justin Bieber because I feel angry about that boy's situation. I feel like he has been secluded from his mom, and they could not protect him in his very vulnerable state when he was a child. He couldn't get that protection, and it was critical at the period where he was going through hormonal change. Justin, Usher, who I like so much, is Diddy's toy boy. Usher signed Bieber on. Diddy saw it, like, you, I like this guy. Like, who is this? Like this young blood. And I feel like Usher connected, sold, what's the name, Bieber to Diddy. And look at all the trauma, cumulative victimization, from substance use, from to being used in a bath, from being exposed to like nasty stuff, the news and the stuff allegedly. Okay. So you see the various traumas he was exposed to, having to put something in his mouth. Because of that, the STDs or the viruses he got exposed to. Look at the long-term effects on him today as we are talking. One side of his face is paralyzed from some kind of virus he was exposed to that affected his ear and face, eye and stuff. So you see, cumulative victimization, the extent to which he was exposed to the trauma and the severity and the various kind of trauma. This is how he's living now. And if you listen to his 2020 interview there was an interview he did. He talked about his inability to trust people. He don't know who is in for him and who is there just to use him. After Didi's situation, when he's trying to get help, he was exposed to a pastor. Obviously, that pastor got a mail also. So he feels like everybody is in just to use him. So take note. So that can affect somebody's well-being and life satisfaction. Think about how all these things will affect, even he's married now, have a child now, will affect the quality of life he has with his wife. Because of this, a child that mother, I don't know if he has a father, but his mother invested so much into him. Nurtured the passion of music and the performance and all that in him. Today, I heard he sold his whole music thing for like $200 million or something, and he's totally gone into it. They have killed, because of trauma, the passion of music, which is something that he could even do to help him heal. They have killed his passion of music. His love for music is killed. So these are some of the things trauma can cause you. YouTubers, I don't like to be on YouTube. I don't like YouTube videos to be too long. So I'm going 27 minutes. Usually I don't like it that long. 15 minutes is enough. So I'm going to end the YouTube video. But if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, Epower White. Thank you, guys. You get it. Type